23-year-old Elijah McLean was out buying iced tea when he was stopped by 3 officers after someone had called 911 claiming McLean was wearing a ski mask and acting weird, quote, waving his arms around. Within 15 minutes, he had been put in a chokehold and injected with a powerful sedative. Our lead national correspondent, David Begnaud, is following the case.
Stop right there. Stop. 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 I have a right to stop you because you're being suspicious. Stop. Relax. Stop. I'm going home. Relax or I'm going to have to change this situation. Stop. Leave me alone. Stop.
The district attorney investigating the case says that Elijah McLean dismissed the officer's requests for him to stop. The 23-year-old's family says he was just walking home. He was listening to music when Aurora, Colorado police approached him last August.
Hello, I am Stan Allen. I head up communications for VitalsAware Services. We're the creators of the Vitals app. We're still considered a startup company that launched in 2017. That scenario is what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to give officers, first responders information in real time to help them help people who need assistance. This country has a lot of people who need assistance. The numbers are staggering. 1 in 5 US adults will experience a mental health crisis in their lifetime. We think those numbers are even worse since the pandemic. 1 in 10 response calls by a first responder has something to do with mental health. And over 100 million people are living with some type of something that makes them vulnerable, disabled, or some kind of a condition. So there's plenty of need out there. VitalsAware Services was created to service and work with caregivers and vulnerable individuals, as well as law enforcement and fire and EMS, rescue, as well. Now we're moving into schools and school districts, and we've partnered with advocacy organizations that focus on autism, ARC, Minnesota, people who have intellectual developmental disabilities, mental health, NAMI. And so we really are a company that's really created to do social good. The problem, people, first responders have to make decisions in split seconds. They don't have time to process, they have to act. And most of the time they don't have enough information to really know what to do. A lot of times people are escalated and when they come on the scene, it makes the matters even worse sometimes. What Vitals does as a solution, it creates information, gives information in real time. It increases the safety of vulnerable people. It empowers people to put the things in their profile that can help them in the moment of crisis. And so we're really about empowering people and giving first responders access to information they've never had before. Here's how it works in a nutshell. We use Bluetooth technology. We have these things called beacons. They come in the form of wristbands and keychains and small devices that you carry. We've also created 2 apps. One that goes on a first responder's phone. The other app goes on an individual, a caregiver. And so how our technology works in a nutshell, anytime a first responder comes within 80 feet of a person that is vulnerable, it sends a signal to our secure cloud server, which brings the information down temporarily so the first responder can have access to the profile. So now they have information that was put in to help the person in their time of need. Once they get out of that 80-foot barrier and everything's over, all that information goes away, so nothing's stored. So you don't have any data issues like that. And this is just a graphic of how it works. They're in that vicinity, the profile comes up. When they come out, it goes away. First responder app, like I said before, it has critical information that helps with de-escalation. We're trying to reduce and minimize the use of force. We work with FirstNet, we're a part of that network, but we're all about safety, and you can see the profile. It has a description, critical information, meds that somebody's taken. When in doubt, there's an emergency phone number that they can call. There's also media files involved, and I don't have a lot of time to get into that, but that's kind of cool, bringing a caregiver or a parent to the scene when they need it. I showed you Elijah to start off, and I want to end with Marcus because it's a great story. Marcus Abrams, he has Asperger's. And several years ago, he was in a situation where he was at the wrong place at the wrong time with some folks. The police showed up, they told the crowd to disperse, and Marcus has Asperger's, so he wasn't able to process quick enough and move. He got taken down, he got injured. A year later, Something similar happened in our Metro Transit bus system where he just couldn't process. So we saw it on the news. Our team contacted his mom and let's get him in the program. Lo and behold, the St. Paul police was headed to an altercation in a school building. Marcus was there. Right when they got into the building, they got a ping, they got an alert on their phones, and they were able to read everything about Marcus, and they were able to de-escalate the situation. So we're very excited about this technology, and we're protecting people, and even more excited about the lives that we're saving. That's my story in a nutshell.